Good evening, my name is Luis Garcia. Thank you for visiting me in my kitchen. Tonight we're going to make some salsa, some lazy, fresh, easy salsa. So now we're going to go through the ingredients. Here we have 1 teaspoon of salt. We're going to use 2 packets of sazon. Sazon you can find in the Mexican aisle. It's a spice similar to like chicken stock. And we're going to use 1 can of Homestyle Mexican salsa. The brand is La Costeña. There's also another brand that you can use called Hernandez. Both of them can be found in the Mexican aisle. And here we have a can of Rotel Original. We also have 8 tomatoes. I like to use tomatoes on the vine. And also some cilantro. I'm just going to use about a handful. I'm also going to use 1 lime. I have 2 serrano peppers. That's what gives a distinct flavor, and it also gives a kick of hot. They're a little bit hotter than jalapeños. So if you want a mild salsa, you might consider eliminating the serranos altogether or just doing 1. I have 4 jalapeno peppers. As I mentioned, if you want to make it milder, you can cut that in half and only have 2. I have half of a white onion. If you prefer, you can use a yellow onion, but the taste isn't as strong, so you can consider using a whole onion instead, a whole yellow onion. And here I'm going to use garlic. What it is about 3 bunches, like I have right here, but then once you peel them, this is how much you actually get. And that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it all up and then put it in the blender. Here's everything cut up and washed. This is what I meant by having a handful of cilantro. I just ripped it off and then washed it. And then over here we have the jalapenos and the serrano peppers, the onions, and the garlic. The lime juice is just for the juice. You're not going to throw the whole lime into the blender. What I normally do is I don't bother cutting everything up. I just take the stems off and then throw it all into the blender and then just blend it up. And what I end up having to do is I have to shake the blender so that things settle. But for the purposes of the video, I thought that I'd cut everything up so it'd be nice looking. So there's not really a technique to this because everything's going to get blended anyway. But the way I like to start is by putting the harder things that might get stuck in the blender first, and then follow it up with the soft things. You'll see what I mean. So first I'm going to put in the onions. And then to add some juice, I'm going to go ahead and put in the can of the Homestyle Mexican salsa. After years of making salsa, this is the first time that the top broke. So what I had to do is I had to use a can opener to open up the can of salsa. But here goes. And I'm going to add the peppers. Garlic. Some cilantro, and then a few tomatoes. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'm going to put it on high and then just let it go. This is the first round of blending, and this is what it looks like. It's really dark right now because I haven't put much tomatoes in. But once I put more tomatoes in, it'll turn a nice red salsa color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You can see I went ahead and threw a whole tomato in there. That's okay because it'll get all blended. So I just added some more tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and start it again. At this point, I blended some more tomatoes in, and now I'm going to add the sazon and the salt. I'll go ahead and add the lime too. And then I'll add the can of Rotel. Turn the blender back on. And finish blending. Blue tortilla chips in the house. And now we're going to try the final product. It's pretty good. So, this turned out a little bit hot, and that's the way that we like it here in my house. But we're going to take some of this to my coworkers. So we had a few extra tomatoes left over. So what I'll do is I'll pour some of the hot sauce for us, and then I'll add the tomatoes, blend those in, and then take that to work. I'll actually end up taking one hot and one medium mild to work. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. I'll also be putting a list of all the ingredients below too. Thank you so much.